Yo, what's up guys? It's top 5 amazing facts here. We all know about tanks and missiles, but have you ever heard of a weaponized cat or a death ray powered by the sun? It sounds insane, but trust me, these things are real. Today, we're diving deep into the world's strangest weapons, the kind of stuff they don't teach you in history class. Get ready to have your minds blown because some of these ideas are seriously out there. I'm talking next level James Bond, villain level crazy. And number 1 on our list, let's just say it's straight out of a cartoon. All right, kicking things off at number 5, we have the Bat Bomb. Now, this isn't Batman's latest gadget. This is a real weapon developed by the US military during World War II. Imagine this, you're a general brainstorming ways to win a war, and someone says, I got it. We strap bombs to bats, thousands of them. I'm not making this up. They actually strapped tiny incendiary bombs to bats, these little flying mammals, with the plan of releasing them over Japanese cities. The idea was that the bats would fly in at dawn, roost in all the wooden buildings, and then, boom, chaos, fires everywhere. I mean, can you imagine the logistics of this? Catching thousands of bats, strapping explosives to them without getting bitten, transporting them across the Pacific. The US once strapped tiny incendiary bombs to bats. The plan? Release thousands over Japanese cities at dawn so they'd nest in wooden buildings and ignite chaos. Some guy at a Pentagon meeting really said, you know what would win this war? Flaming bats. Cost $2 million. Status, never deployed. Probably for the best. Coming in at number 4 is another animal-themed weapon, and it might be even crazier than the last one. This time, it's the Soviets during World War II, and their weapon of choice? Cats. Yes, you heard me right. Cats strapped with bombs. The plan was to train these feline commandos to run towards enemy tanks, detonate the explosives, and bam, problem solved. Except there was one tiny flaw in this genius plan. Cats are cats. They don't exactly take orders. Instead of running towards the enemy tanks, the cats would often run back to the Soviet lines or just wander off, because, well, they're cats. The only thing this weapon ended up destroying was the morale of the Soviet troops. Can you imagine being the guy who had to explain to Stalin why the cat bomb wasn't working? Talk about a tough job. The Soviets tried training cats to run toward tanks. With bombs strapped to them, status canceled after feline mutiny. Hold on to your hats, guys, because number 3 is where things get really wild. We're talking about a weapon so ambitious, so over the top, it could only have come from the mind of the Nazis. I'm talking about the sun gun. This wasn't just some crazy idea they scribbled on a napkin, they were seriously considering building this thing. Picture this, a giant mirror floating in space over 5,000 miles above the Earth. What's it doing up there? Oh, just reflecting the sun's rays to burn enemy cities to a crisp. I'm not even kidding. They actually thought they could weaponize the power of the sun. They even started working on the technology. All right, buckle up, because number 2 is by far the most awkward weapon on this list. We're talking about the gay bomb, a real weapon concept proposed by the US military in the 1990s. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. The idea was to create a non-lethal chemical weapon that would make enemy soldiers, well, let's just say, very attracted to each other. The thought process was that this sudden surge of affection would disrupt the enemy's fighting ability and make them easier to defeat. I wish I was making this up, but this was a real proposal, complete with funding requests and everything. Can you imagine being the scientist who had to pitch this idea to Congress? So, we need a few $1 million to develop a love potion for our enemies. Yeah, I don't think that presentation went very well. Status never deployed. And for the number 1 weirdest weapon ever created, drumroll please, it's the Soviet mind control dolphins. You might be thinking, wait, what? Did he just say mind control dolphins? Yes, I did. This isn't some cheesy sci-fi movie. This was a real program developed by the Soviet Union during the Cold War. They trained dolphins, those adorable creatures that do tricks at SeaWorld, to become underwater weapons. We're talking planting mines, attacking enemy divers, and who knows what else. These dolphins were like the James Bonds of the sea, except, with flippers. And the craziest part, after the Soviet Union collapsed, these highly trained, weaponized dolphins were reportedly sold to Iran. So somewhere out there, in the vastness of the ocean, there might be a team of mind-controlled dolphins. ready to carry out their secret missions. Gap 3S. Just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder, let's talk about Project Pigeon. Yes, you heard that right. During World War II, American psychologist B.F. Skinner developed a plan to use pigeons to guide missiles. These birds were trained to peck at a target on a screen, which would then adjust the missile's course. Imagine that, pigeons, those same birds that flock around city parks, were being trained to guide high-speed explosives. The project was eventually shelved in favor of more reliable technology, but it stands as a testament to how far military minds will go to gain an edge. So next time you see a pigeon, remember, they were once considered potential war heroes. Imagine waking up each day with the clarity and sharpness of your youth. Vitrafoxin blends ancient medicinal mushrooms to support memory, focus, and mental stamina. Rediscover your confidence with better recall and mental clarity. Order now and unlock big savings plus 2 exclusive bonus guides. Feel younger, think faster, live sharper with Vitrafoxin, 100% risk-free. From flaming bats to mind-controlled dolphins, we've seen some seriously weird weapons today. It just goes to show you that history is full of surprises, and sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Who would have thought that some of the craziest ideas came from the minds of military strategists? But hey, maybe that's what happens when you're under pressure to win a war. Either way, it makes for some pretty entertaining stories, right? From flaming bats to mind-controlled dolphins, one thing's clear. Military history isn't just deadly, it's weird. Which one shocked you the most? Hit like if this blew your mind, subscribe for more weird history and military madness, and let us know in the comments which one you think was the weirdest. See you next time. But before you go, we have one more bizarre weapon to share that you might not have heard of. The Japanese balloon bombs, also known as Fugo. During World War II, Japan launched over 9,000 of these incendiary balloons, hoping to start forest fires and create chaos in North America. These balloons, made of lightweight paper and filled with hydrogen, carried bombs across the Pacific Ocean using the jet stream. While the idea might sound far-fetched, a few of these balloon bombs did indeed reach the United States and Canada, causing minor damage and even some fatalities. Imagine the surprise of finding a bomb attached to a balloon in the middle of nowhere. It's a testament to the lengths to which nations will go during wartime. So there you have it. Another strange yet true story from the annals of military history. If you thought this was as wild as we did, hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating tales from history. And don't forget to comment below with your thoughts on the weirdest weapon we've covered today. See you next time.